What's up? Shay here from Guardrail. This is the Hard Whale monthly recap, where I give you the best music from every month so you don't have to go find it yourself. Pretty nice, huh? So, the rundown is, I'll give you the things I thought that were best, albums first, then EPs in alphabetical order. It's not a ranking yet. And then I give you the honorable mentions of the month too, stuff that I didn't think was a fully solid project, but still, you should give it a listen. First up, Cerebral Rot, Excretion of Mortality. This is the second full length from the nasty Seattle Deathman. It is as muddy and filthy as ever. Each song sounds like taking a deep trek into a graveyard that's in a swamp, that's in a cave. I highly recommend this for anyone who's into any of the modern death metal that's out right now. Bowels of Decrepitude was my favorite track on the release. Next up is Dead Heat, World at War. This is the second full length from the Cali crossover Thrashers. Great guitar tones on this album. As a guitarist myself, I appreciate that, and that matches the headbangable riffs they're putting on there. The thumping speed of the songs, like Subterfuge, it'll make you want to, like, I don't know, do a circle pit right then. Just start doing it. This is great for fans of like Take Offense or Drain or anything in between that's going on right now. Look at it closely. Is a burner. Next up is, in the similar vein, Ikulu, Unscrew My Head. This is the debut album from the crossover Thrashers, and it leaves a quality impact. I love the art, first things, like that's what, I was like, okay, cool. I didn't like the single art too much, but the album art I really liked. It's a lot less like heavier hardcore influence than a lot of the other bands in that crossover thing, like Would It Be Drain or something, but a lot more of the thrashy stuff, and even though the intro track is a little bit jammier and like not representative of the album, it kicks right in and stays on the same tone the rest of it. Pick Your Fight was probably my favorite at the moment. Next up is Slayer, Trouble Paradise. The second full length from the singer sounds nothing like Slayer, but it goes hard in the beats and production. Some of the vocal styles can be reminiscent of like Charlie XCX, towards the end tracks especially, and other times there are clear similarities to other people like her former collaborator Aisha Erotica. The middle of the album slows down a bit and loses my interest, but I feel like the bookends, that's what got me. Throatzilla is the highlight here. Wanderer, Liberation from a Brutalist Existence. This is the debut album from the self-described mathcore and false grind band from Minneapolis. False grind, let's go. I was surprised by the release and really enjoyed it thoroughly. The art brought me in, and I'm glad the music fit the vibe. It had like, I don't know, I thought it felt like it was going to be similar to Converge based on the art. And the switch between the tracks Bloom and Decay has been one of my favorite flows from song to song probably all year, if not my favorite. And the whole album kind of has that good transitions. Lastly, for the top albums of the month is Wrist Meet Razor, Replica of a Strange Love. I didn't like this as much as their last couple releases. It's still good, but it starts off on a weak track for me, and then it picks it up right after. And it definitely feels a lot more accessible than their other stuff. More like chorus-driven, like this vocals is more like choruses to sing along to. It definitely feels like there's a lot more influence from mid-2000s hard metalcore, and it's pretty alright, but I like the style of the last stuff better. Top EPs. Brain Story, right. I did not know about this until yesterday, when this was filmed. It's got R&B, it's got jazz, it's got the psych rock, and it uses them all in the right ways. coming out at the perfect time to supplement the nice summertime weather. It's raining today. Nothing sounds out of place on this, even though they're covering a lot of ground. Next up is Cut Down, Demo 2021. If you like Gel, the band, this is kind of along that line, at least as a guitarist, that's what I thought. And it's their debut demo from New Jersey band, so that kind of makes sense. And it features members of Fence Cutter, if you're a fan of them. It has a guitar tone that feels like, let's keep the theme going, the summer. Next up, Drug Church, Tawny. This is my highlight of the month, and I'm not surprised. It's only 4 tracks. That's my only downside ahead of time, because it needs way more. The Albany alternative band returns with 4 tracks true to their sound. Sounds like the rest of their stuff in the best way ever. Again, it should be more than 4 songs. The self-titled song and Bliss Out are my favorite 2. I can't really pick one or the other, but man, I wish it was more.
I guess I'll see it.
Next up is Slow Fire Pistol, Rabbit Town Blues. This was almost the highlight of my month. Pretty close though. This raw, emotional EP is the Atlanta band's 6th release in 5 years. That's a lot of work. Well-placed cleans on about one of the tracks, and then hard, heavy parts that hit without playing hard, if that makes sense. It's got well-paced songs that give fast and slow arrangements, along with melodic and melancholy-ridden guitars, resulting in a story told sonically. Does that sound pretentious? It's just an overall excellent, piece, front to back. Exit 24 might have been my favorite, even though it's just an instrumental. It felt like the album's entire vibe all in one. Quick hits! Alright, here's all the stuff that I didn't think was perfect, but definitely go ahead, still try these out. All Due Respect, Demo, debut EP from the New England hardcore band. If you're into the Daze stuff, D-A-Z-E, check this out. Beartooth, Below. This one is the biggest tease of all time. It has heavier parts than they've had in like a long time, if not ever. There's blast beats and stuff, but every song follows like the same formula, and it's just like they want each song to be available for the radio, I guess, or that's maybe just what they want to write. Not for me though. BFB De Pac-Man. Fat Guys Need Love Too. This album is pretty funny all throughout. There's a lot of good comical lines and just fun beats, and really good delivery. I enjoyed this, but there's a good bit of like filler feeling on it. Interloper, Search Party. Fun debut album from this prog metal band. Lots of cleans that aren't annoying, and I really liked the cover of Duran Duran Rio. Marina, formerly of Marina and the Diamonds. Ancient Dreams in a Modern Land. A step out of the sort of like last slower album that she did. Not really fully the original album's vibes, but I liked it better than the last one. Migos, Culture 3. Over an hour of mid-tier Migos. No Kill, Gold Chorus. Alternative rock, shoegazy feeling a little bit. It's a debut solo album too, so that was always an impressive one. It's one person, And it's very good, like guitar-driven stuff, but a little bit of it's a little too calm. Pierre Bourne, Life of Pierre 5. This is the 5th installment, and it continues to show the producer's strengths in the beat department. Pom Pom Squad, Death of a Cheerleader. This is the debut album from the indie rock band, and it's a pretty strong showing, with quick played and quickly ended tracks paired alongside some slower, softer songs. My favorite track was the cover of Crimson and Clover, which is a song I very much enjoy. Poppy Eat, the NXT soundtrack. It started out really strong, and then after the first couple, it becomes like really accessible stuff, I don't know, almost, and not in my favorite way at all. Tyler, the Creator, Call Me If You Get Lost. I feel like this one can definitely rise up as the year goes along, but this is my favorite thing he's done in at least 3 albums, and I think it's a huge step in the right direction for at least my tastes, and I feel like he brought a lot of his different sounds, and it really worked out. Unity, Texas, Hellway. This is the newest EP. The first 2 tracks are solid, and then the other half feels like it could have been improved by the full band being on it, because I kind of like, it feels like they just like pause for a second. But definitely like this, and I want to see a full album, another full album from this band. Finally, Wolf Alice, Blue Weekend, the third album from the British alt rockers. Play the Greatest Hits is my favorite song on it. The rest of it is a story, but I don't know. It didn't feel very captivating in any way, so it didn't have me coming back too much. Anyways, what did I miss? What did you like? What did you find out? Let me know in the comments. Was I wrong on anything? Let me know. Tune in next time to the Hard Whale Monthly Recap.